Hello, and I I sneezed right at the start, so I do apologize. But I got your attention now. I'm here. I'm Joe Dubs. Welcome to Catch Entertainments, and we are covering the Ark Season 1, Episode 11. We're almost at the end. But I will say I was highly surprised with this episode. I thought I was going to go into an episode where I'm just like, man, the villain is cringe. The people on this ship is cringe, but it did get me invested. It did get me interested as far as what's going on in the ship. So, if you remember last episode, Sharon Garnett snuck on after they did that whole thing where they gave him a DNA of the spider while she took the back door. So, Garnett is going through the ship and she's beating up all the security guards very easily. I'll digress on that moment. I think that's kind of BS, but whatever. She does it. And I will say it was hilarious every time she got up to the security guards, like, oh, you're not going to like this. And like zaps him to death. Not to death, but zaps him. And then later on, she, comes back to it. So, remember last episode, they found out that one of the spider's venoms, one of the species, could be the cure of Clampton's, which is the disease that Bryce has. Sharon Garnett's on the ship and she finds the weapon, which apparently is crystallized here. And they they do this cheesy thing where like there's a passcode. How do I bypass it? And Alicia's like, well, it probably has, William Trust backdoor, and it did. She turned off the system and turned it back on, and then did something where got in the back door and found files and stuff, and they uploaded the schematics of the ship, including the weapon, which Ava is going to try to you know see how they could stop the weapon from shooting and killing them once they find out that the DNA that they sent was not the right DNA. Kelly, who is in love with Angus, because last episode she was mad because Angus was like, "Hey, you kidnapped me. What the hell? Your mother hates you. Why do you stick up for your mother?" And she's like, "I don't want to eat with you anymore." Um, and Angus changes his tune. He says, "Well, I want to be here with you on Arc 15. Let's go talk to your mother. Let's have dinner." Actually, I think she brings up, "Let's have dinner with my mother." And Angus says, "Well, what if she doesn't like me?" And then she says, "We'll get to that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there." Eventually, um, Garnett goes into the place because she finds like the doctor or scientist who's working on the spiders and stuff. And I thought this was a pretty good scene. Number one, I hate spiders. And if I was in this situation, I would probably be freaking out. But there's like spiders crawling up on her and she doesn't flinch at all. So kudos for her for being brave on that. They have this moment here, which I think I am going to play. So Maddox comes in and she's trying to like, "Hey, give me the program on how to, rotate." So for all the shit that I talked about Garnett before, I do like the fact that even though he's like sacrificing himself, and you could make the argument like, "Oh, I'm never gonna see this guy again, so let me be nice to him before I send him to his death." But it's nice to see that Garnett is like kind of giving respect back to Lane. So Lane gets up there, he closes the door, and he unlocks the ship, and he gets captured. I thought automatically he was like gonna get killed, but maybe I have a feeling he's gonna stay on the show. I think they're gonna drag out this Arc 15 business. Uh, but I'll play this scene. I thought this was another good scene, so let me play it.
What the hell happened? happened to my weapon?
Oh my god, you did it!
It took a while to figure out what I could change remotely to stop it.
So what did you change?
The barrel has to open to space like an airlock when it shoots. I disabled its little hatch.
And it backfired. You are a genius.
That's what I keep telling you.
So, Beba being the quote unquote genius, she accessed the weapon, and because of the airlock system, she like made sure that the weapon material never came out. And when it gets fired, it shot back and blew up the weapon. Yeah, it looked cheesy on the graphics and everything in the CGI, but hey, it was good. I'll give him that. Um, and they come back. It's William Truss, Angus, and Garnett. And that's where the episode ends. As obviously you can see here, Lane is captured by Maddox, and probably a lot of torturing is going to happen. I don't know actually what's going to happen next episode. I just know that there's probably going to be a showdown between Arc 15 and Arc 1. Maybe they land on the planet. Maybe that's going to be like, hey, we're going to land on the planet now, and then we'll figure out how we're going to spend the planet. But this episode, reason why I say it's probably the best episode of the series is because it's well-rounded, written good. I mean, again, you could make the argument that it's cheesy, the acting's bad, the CGI is bad, and you know some things are cringy. But from beginning of this episode to the end, it was good drama. It was good suspense. And it was a good action here and there. I mean, it's not like Matrix worthy where we're gonna see like slow motion karate movements and stuff and like very actiony and like a cinematic way. It's a sci-fi channel. Again, I'm gonna make that point. The main thing here is that I like knowing about Arc 15. I want to know about Arc 15 more. I kind of want to know how they're going to spin this planet with that technology. That's also interesting. Um, Lane having a arc here where he was being all assholey in the beginning of the season, then starts to like Garnett, and then does a mutiny because he doesn't agree with Garnett, and now he's being all heroic where he has to be left behind. I thought that was great. Bryce's character, because he's probably my number one favorite in this series. Like I didn't want him to die, and seeing that heartbeat, do the thing on the machine, again. I did the fist pump. I was happy for that. So they did hit well in the emotions in this episode, and I think it was written really well. And maybe there's gonna be maybe there's gonna be a 1-2 punch. Maybe this was the first punch, and then the second punch of another good episode is gonna be the season finale, episode 12. But I think that's where we're gonna end it here. If you have anything to comment, please comment down below. I know you guys either A, love defending the show, which I do appreciate that some people do like the show. I'm not going to tell you to hate the show. But I do like the people that like say the science is BS and they hate the show in some way and they explain it in the paragraphs. Like they just don't say it sucks, screw the show. They give detail, and I do respect that instead of just saying it sucks. So comment down below about that. And if you like this video, please like. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel. But until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video on the couch. Bye, guys.